Global Tech, back with another video. And today we're doing a review of a ROM on our Galaxy Note 3 that we just flashed. We've been doing a lot of product review, so we thought it was time to get back to our roots, which is rooted devices and custom ROMs. So today we're reviewing Android 4.4.4 ROM called, you guessed it, C-Rom. And this is for every variant of the Galaxy Note 3 except the AT&T and Verizon variant. So every other variant, this will work for you. Now, before we get into it, you do have to download the ROM and the GApps file for Android 4.4.4. But this ROM is an amazing ROM. It's great battery life. It gets rid of all the TouchWiz bloat. There's no TouchWiz. It's an AOSP based ROM. So keep that in mind. You do lose the functionality of the S Pen. S Pen still works, but you don't get S Memo or all those nifty tricks that would come with it. But you do get multi-window effect, and we're going to get into that. And you get a lot of goodies here, lots of customization features that are just amazing. So it has gesture support. You can change notifications. It has a hover notification, a lot of different things. So as we get into it, we're going to look at the settings first. So you see you have the normal Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, mobile networks, all the normal stuff. We're going to really dig deep here. So you have the normal layout here. So C-Tool. So as we get into it about the ROM, as you can read, C-Rom is the aftermarket firmware based on the Android open source project. And they're dedicated to fast, stable, feature-filled ROMs, honesty, and communication. As you can see, I've been really pleased with it so far, but that's just some bio about the team. Feel free to donate to them. It's a good ROM. And this ROM supports over-the-air updates. You can actually install zip files straight from this, which is a really nice feature. But as we get into the interface, you have power menu, driving mode, gestures anywhere, animation, options, and extras. So we'll just look at the power. You just can change the layout. Driving mode is driving mode, and we're not going to get too deep into some of this stuff, but gestures anywhere is you can turn this on and you can perform a gesture anywhere on a screen, and when you do that, it will automatically take you to that app. Pretty nice, really nice feature. Animation options is you see this progress bar up top. You can customize this. You can slow it down or you can speed it up, and it can go fast. You can change the color layout. Really nice feature there. And here you have scrolling modifiers, and some of this stuff is for advanced users, so if you don't know how to use it, I would suggest you don't use it because you don't want to mess something up. System animation, so you see anytime an app opens, it's going to slide in from the left, and you can do this for all of them, but my experience is if you have too many animations, it makes a weird experience. So that's just our choice, but if you like a lot of animations, you can actually animate away. Our recent panel looks like this. It pulls in from the left, and you can change the size of it. There's 100%. Go back to 70%. And you can even change the style, color, the RAM bar mode of it. There's a lot you can do. I like this layout because you can still see your screen, and we'll get into that later with the multitasking. Now you can set up shake events. So if you shake horizontally, you can launch an app. Shake vertically, and you can shake back and forth to create events. LCD density. Now we have another video where we tell you how to change your DPI. This comes with it, and nice and easy. And it actually gives you advice on changing it and helps you reboot. So nice. I'm telling you, this ROM has it all. So status bar. You can get a battery icon, clock, date. So you see our battery icon is a circle bar. You can change the speed, the icon. You can go no battery, color, clock and date, font. There's just a lot of stuff we can do here. Hover settings, so your notifications can hover above, which is nice. If you don't have a Moto 360 or in a smartwatch, I would use this, but since we get notifications on our smartwatch, it's just a little too much action, so we unactivated it. But those are the status bar. Now you get a notification. You have heads up notifications, which is kind of like Hover. It's an app you can, it's actually an exposed module you can download too, but you get into customer carrier labels. See, we have the global tech, hide notification labels, enable notification reminder. You can do a lot of different stuff with this. So we get into the lock screen. You can tweak this lock screen in a pretty much unlimited amount of ways. So they have something for everybody. So you can battery around ring, battery status, lock before unlock, lock screen orientation. The interface, you can add slider targets, shortcuts, slider torch. You can map the buttons when it's in the lock screen. And you can do your notifications. You can add the peak and active display. So you can add the new Moto X and the 2014 Moto X active display on this. Since it's a AMOLED screen, the blacks are going to save the battery, of course, so it's a no-brainer to have active display on this ROM. And you have widget control, and now the navigation, since this has the Samsung back button, home button, and menu button, you can enable the navigation bar. So as you see, there's our buttons, but they work really well. So you see, we pull in our recents drawer. It works really well, and you can change these around. You can add reading chart, change the dimension. Pretty nice. And now you can remap the hardware buttons to long press, double tap, normal. Like I said, you get a lot of control with this. So, and what's nice is you can add and make changes without rebooting the phone, which is a definite win. So you have pie controls here. We'll turn this on, and you can add the style, buttons, trigger options. You know, a lot of different, but pie controls are nice. Now you can also get something that I haven't seen this before, but you have app circle bar. See if I can get this triggered. So once you hit the trigger area, you can add a list of apps that come up on the circle bar. So that's a nice touch, especially with a big display like this on the Note 3. It adds a lot of function. You can also add an app bar, which is going to be the same thing, but it comes up on the other side that you can add. Trigger options are the same. You can add apps. So they give you, between the pie controls, the app bar, and app circle, a lot of ways to get into apps. And so you have a miscellaneous. You have battery saver mode. You can set some controls, when it kicks in, when it doesn't. Nice. They give you, like I said, they give you a lot of control. It comes with an ad blocker on the go mode, and you can disable the force close notifications, which is nice. And you have all these little tweaks you can do. And again, some of these are for advanced users, so if you don't know what it is, I would just avoid it. Don't do it. Now you have system app remover. So it's already removed all the Samsung and Sprint bloatware, because this is the Sprint variant. But what's really nice is you can go in and remove anything that you don't want and delete it from it. Even the Google ones. Say you don't want Gmail, you can delete it. Instead of the normal disable, you can actually delete it. But they really give you something for everybody. Now you can change it from dark theme or the normal theme, but I like dark C-Rom because it's being the black on an AMOLED screen. It's going to conserve battery, and this ROM already gets fantastic battery time. But now you can change your themes. You can get theme pack, styles, icons, fonts, wallpaper, lock screen wallpapers, boot animations, and sound packs. It can be downloaded to even customize your look even more. Now performance is nice because you can change the governor, the I/O scheduler. You can change your max speed, minimum speed on this. So now you get into the home screen, you have a lot of same functions. You can use the Tribucket or the Google Now Launcher. Storage, battery, apps, all the same. Profiles. Now this is nice. You can have different profiles. So when you're in a car, you can use the car. Then you can set up the apps you want to disable or enable when you're in the car. And this works for every profile. So if you have one at night, it'll work at night. And of course, all the other normal Android things. Now, one of the things I want to show you now, we are running the Google Launcher course, and what's nice about it is you can still use the exposed framework, and we were able to use the exposed gel settings and really change a lot of the icon size and really tweak the home screen even more. For example, if I double tap the screen, it actually will put the phone to sleep. And I have some swipe gestures put in where I swipe up, takes me to the app drawer, swipe down, takes me to notifications. So it definitely, that with the customization of the ROM, this is a win. I don't have too many exposed frameworks, but I have some. Now, Hanger is an app I want to talk about that works perfectly with this ROM. Now, as you can see, Hanger gives you a row of icons up top, and those icons will show you the last 8 apps that you've opened. So, say, now this is why I really like this ROM. Normally, if you hit the Play Store, it will take you to the full screen Play Store. But now, if I hit that, it opens a mini window and takes me to the app, which is very functional because if you're already in an app, you can scroll down. You can scroll down and get to the app that you need. Nice and easy. Now, we're going to open a couple apps here because I want to show you something here. So, say we're in Google Plus. And you want to multitask. So if you press and hold this, floating mode, it brings up the app. Now if you hit here, you can snap to the bottom or the top. Really nice. Now, if you notice my recent panel, I really like this. You can condense, open these, close these, swipe away, but we're gonna go to floating mode, snap to top, floating mode, snap to bottom. So now you have the Samsung 2-in-1 screen. And it works well. This ROM is blazing fast because there's no bloatware, there's no touch whiz to slow it down. It takes advantage of the Snapdragon 800 and just flies. But that's how that works. I really like the floating window. Now, I really like the floating window too because when you're in Google Plus, okay, or any app, if you're wanting to, we'll have to find, okay, say there's an article here. We have Motorola Mobility here. If you want to go to an article, normally it takes you away and it reroutes you. This automatically pops up the pop-up browser, which is still Google Chrome, takes you to the article, and it keeps you on your page. That is outstanding. Outstanding. So really, this ROM is all about functionality. It gives you all the tools necessary to be functional, and all this comes with its stock. So one thing though to keep in mind is this is going to make you lose the S Pen capability, so you're not going to be able to use Action Memo. I'm sure there's a way we can put them on this device, but I was able to put a note application on there so I can still take notes with the S Pen. And do I miss some of the Galaxy Samsung Note 3 features? Yes, but I love the ROM more. So that's my review of this ROM. If you have any questions, leave your comment down below. Hopefully I answered them all, because this was a quick run through of what it has to offer. I know we couldn't cover everything, but if you're looking for a ROM that has a lot of tweaks, a lot of customization, and you really don't have to use the exposed framework module, C-Rom is the way to go. And again, we're going to put the download link in the description. But this is Global Tech doing what we do. We're going to continue to do what we do. If you don't like it, that's okay. You know what you can go do. We'll see you on the next one. Peace.